Before I get into this story, I would like to know your response on what I'm about to say. Does it make sense for any of us to bring a gun, A, to a Little League football game, B, to a family reunion, C, to somebody's wedding, D, to a party at your friend's or family's house? Why would you bring a gun? And any other places. To the shopping mall. I'm going shopping to buy clothes. Why in the hell would I bring a gun? The grocery store. Why do I have a gun at the grocery store? And to me, it doesn't matter if I lived in an open carry state like Texas, Florida, and some of those other southern states. I'm still not going to bring a gun to my son's Little League football game. I'm not going to bring a gun to the family reunion or the picnic at the park. It's a plethora of places that we shouldn't bring a gun. Do you bring a gun to your son's or your daughter's graduation? If you do, you need to ask yourself, how smart are you in real life? You're probably not that bright. Well, anyway, this shooting occurred on Saturday night in Texas, in a town about 40 miles from Houston called Lancaster, Texas. And it happened at a park called Lancaster Community Park. And at Lancaster Community Park is more of one of those Little League athletic parks where they have more than one field. So they have a lot of youth sports going on there, a lot of popwana, should we say, sports at this specific park. But this altercation broke out on Saturday, where it was a disagreement with the coach and the officials. And during that agreement, a scuffle broke out amongst some other people. And all this is caught on video. So I will have the link in the description to the video so you can see some of what took place. Well, anyway, during the altercation, shots rang out, the crowd dispersed, and it was a man down. And the man just happened to be Coach Mike Hickman. But as it stands, it's alleged that this coach was shot and killed by ex-NFL player, his brother. And it's said that the ex-NFL player, Aqib, Talib, was actually at the park at the time, but has no involvement to it. But his brother, Yacub Talib, they have a warrant out for his arrest because he's an alleged suspect to this murder. They're saying that he's the identified gunman, and this is said by witnesses. So, think about that too. His brother is an ex-NFL player, Super Bowl winner, multiple Pro Bowls, and you guys are at this Little League football game. And what possessed you to pull out your gun and shoot during an altercation? And even that, why do grown folks go to the children's graduations, football games, baseball games, and get into altercations with other parents? It don't make sense. You're traumatizing the children, definitely. Especially a situation like this, where it's a man shot, a coach, and killed. So his little league team, the players on his team, are definitely going to be traumatized. And it's not a good look. And it's not a black thing. Because black people aren't the only ones getting into altercations at little league sports events. It's all kinds of people ready to fight. Your son gets struck out on the baseball diamond or tackled too hard or get his face mask grabbed, and you going in on the officials for not calling a penalty. And here you come running out to the field. And you're supposed to just be a person there. You're a parent, right? But you're still a fan of the game. So what possesses you to run out there and start going ham on the officials? See, that's where a lot of this stuff stems from. Parents getting into little children's affairs. They're just out there to have fun and play the sport. Because you notice in little league sports, they make them all shake hands. In some little league sports, they don't have a winner or a loser. So we know it's not the children. It's the wicked ass parents that come to these games and screw it up. And this is a major screw up. I gotta tell you. Because a man lost his life over a little league football game. Now, if Talib's brother Yacub is the one who murdered that man, how in the hell can he explain that to anybody? First of all, anybody with common sense should be asking him, why in the hell did you bring a gun to a little league football game? Why do you bring a gun to any football game? Why do you bring a gun anywhere unless you're going to a place and have a shootout with other people with guns? Why do we really need a gun? And especially when we go into places that definitely don't require a gun. Yeah, we have a lot of mass shootings and whatnot out here in this world of today, but it still doesn't make sense for me to bring a gun to a little league baseball game, a wedding, a family member's party. That kind of don't make sense to me. Because if I have a party and here you come and you got a gun on your waist, family or not, I'm sending you away. Hey, we don't need you here. First of all, you're going to be scaring the other people that didn't bring a weapon. So we have to definitely look at it in that sense too. Or they might have a gun in the car and be like, well, I'm going to bring my gun. He got his on his hip. So you see the mistake of bringing a gun to any place that's supposed to be a safe haven or a place where we're just going to have a good time. I just don't see it. Now, if I'm in the streets and I'm going to the hood, yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, maybe now I need a gun. Because where I'm going, they're going to be shooting for sure. But a little league football game is dumb. And it's traumatizing to the children. And it's definitely a terrible example. It's one of the worst examples you can put out there. So now, this is the example they're going to follow? Yep. When I go to the Little League game, now that he's become older, I'm going to bring my gun. So you see, even the example that you're setting is terrible. And the examples that grown people set is terrible. Grown people are not being great role models out here, people. We are definitely not being the right role model for these young children coming up. And then we start hooping and hollering about, oh yeah, these kids of the day, they're terrible. They doing this, that, and the third. But look who's their role model. Their role model is the same. So you can't blame the children. You have to get to the root of the problem. That's how we fix it. But family, like I said at the beginning of this video, let me know. Should we bring a gun to Little League football games, weddings, family reunions, strip malls, family parties? Just let me know in the description. Should we? Does it make sense? Because in my opinion, it doesn't make sense. Especially when we're talking about the little kids' football game. It's no way in my head I would think that something is going to happen at the Little League football game. So I don't see how I would think to want to bring a gun to a Little League football game. And with that, I'm going to say this is the news in you. North, east, west, south, unite from every alley in Cali, intersection and back street. Subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up on your way out the door.